over there, really pressing him into that corner, talking to him over there. But it's been a great event. The ceremony was absolutely fantastic. Some great speeches from some of the alumni at St. George's, the teachers, students, principals. It was a fantastic setting. Just it was a great chance. We had to talk to him earlier, and just he was just beaming, just so happy to be back here, so humbled. And it was a fantastic ceremony we had ahead of the game.
It really was. Obviously, there's a lot of pride here. In this, what he calls Hawk Nation.
That's right, yep, that's how he addressed them.
His gym was filled. He had a lot of family and friends here as well. It was a great ceremony, and really, really cool to be a part of it for sure, Nick.
Yeah,
and then obviously we have that. If you want to go back and watch that, we got that separate link that is available. So if you guys missed it, want to go back and check it out, it's out there on the page.
Yeah, make sure you do. Again, a great ceremony, some great speeches. Make sure you go back and listen to some of the stories from Bones here at St. George's. And we are now getting ready for second half action. We have a 33-13 ball game. St. George's out in front of the visiting Havre de Grace. Again, Pat, both of these teams have just 2 losses on the season coming into this contest. Havre de Grace taking this game late. St. George's need an opponent here for the ceremony or the game after the ceremony. Havre de Grace stepped up, and they are here facing St. George's. Out of the break, shot no good underneath. And Pat, let's just recap what we saw in the first half. It was a lot of what we'll probably see here in the second half for St. George's. It was the defense into offense, as that 3 is short off the hands of Christian Norwood. It was out. Basically what we see here from Havre de Grace for 2 from Cameron Ball is what we saw all first half out of St. George's. They were out and running.
Yes.
Offensive rebounds from Jaden Bull galore, and they were just scoring on leaking outlet passes down the floor.
You're not kidding, Nick. And, it was a 13-8 game at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, it just was all Hawks. They were able to get out in transition, as you alluded to. Had a dunk, had a couple layups. It just always seemed like it was a 3-on-2 off of missed shots and turnovers. And then
just active hands from St. George's. Ball drives, finishes in the air. How about the hang time from Cameron Ball? And now he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play as he'll head to the line now. And you talked about it, a 20-point lead St. George's built up at the break.
Yeah.
And Jaden Bull, he was the game-high scorer so far in half number 1. He had 10 points, the only player in double digits, and Ball can't complete the three-point play. But St. George's got whatever they wanted in that first half.
They did. They were, like I said, they hitting threes. They were getting out in transition, and they were turning turnovers and missed shots into points of their own. And you would have seen it all right here on Delaware Live if somebody would have just hit the Go Live button. My Lord.
It happens, don't worry. And again,
yeah, apologies.
Turnover there.
It's on me, Donovan chest pat. Donovan chest pat on that one.
But we are live and ready to go here for quarter number 3. Coach Wilson making an appearance as he heads past the table. That's right, 2010 state champion football head coach. That shot inside, no good for Aaron Rambert. We do have a whistle, though, on that side of the floor, and it's going to be against the Hawks, and the Warriors will get possession here. So 33-17. It was 33-13. A 4-0 run here to start the third quarter for the Warriors. And, of course, that is by far their largest run of the game so far.
Yeah, they've come out of the break here. They've kind of reestablished a little bit of momentum. They're playing with some more pep. Like, look at this. I mean, they're playing with good speed. They're playing with confidence and control, and they're in their half-court offense now. It's amazing what can happen. When you don't turn the basketball over and allow the other team to get out in transition, they've been able to settle into their offense, and now they're trying to chip away at a lead and a hole that they put themselves into. Perhaps a little bit, too, of, okay, let's relax, let's regroup, let's come out in the second half and get ready to go. Obviously, there's a lot of extracurriculars that are going on here tonight. And
again, Havre de Grace, both teams having to. St. George's team was out here watching the ceremony. The Warriors were in the locker room for that entire time. Again, having to come out a little bit late, a late start here, clearing out the court, etc., for what was a fantastic event as Blackwell goes 1 of 2 from the line. He had 4 first half points, now 5 after the free throw. And again, now lead just cut to 15.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the pregame that didn't go live, but Havre de Grace 7-2 ball club coming into this game. So, they've had a really good start to the season. St. George's at 11-2. With big-time wins. Obviously, William Penn, they just came off a huge win at Howard. They got a win against a really tough Milford team as well. Yeah. So this Havre de Grace school isn't a terrible opponent. They've had some success this year, as has St. George's.
And you mentioned it, coming along on the road here to a foreign opponent in a foreign location. Tough matchup for the Warriors. Able to get the steal. Now it's underneath and able to finish. Is the big fella, Quentin Daniels. He's now got 6.
Yeah, nice little 7-0 run to start the quarter off, and Coach Rod Griffin's going to want to take a timeout and talk about this. I think this is a good timeout here. You have yourself a cushion. This has extended now almost to a 3-minute run for Havre de Grace, but nice response here from the Warriors coming out of the break, Nick.
Yeah, you mentioned it, 7-0 run. The Hawks still looking for their first points of the second half. Almost 2 minutes and 40-second drought here scoring-wise for St. George's out of the locker room. You said it, they rode that momentum from what was a very energetic ceremony that got everybody fired up. They looked great in the first half and now going to have to try to pick things back up here as they come out of the timeout. But all the credit to the Warriors. You said it, they really settled down, just really looked out of place there in half number 1. Here, like you said, they got their feet under them now. They're settled in, and you can tell they look a lot better here in the third.
Yeah, they seem to be spacing the floor a little bit more. You know, the length of St. George's really got to them in that first half. And you take a look at this St. George's group. You don't have a 6'7" or a 6'8" out there, but you got a bunch of guys that hovering in that 6 foot to 6'2" range, and they're long. They got length to them, so they were making deflections all over the place. They were grabbing every rebound. And Havre de Grace here in the second half seems to have spread the floor out to try to create a little bit of space, maybe to get some drives into the lane and open up some backdoor opportunities. And they've done a good job adjusting here. Let's see what the Hawks do out of timeout. How about that?
There he is, number 24, Jaden Bull, a 28-point performance, I believe, on the last timeout. And they go right to him out of the timeout. Kyle Sullivan trying to answer down the other side, can't do it. I think a little soccer kick over there by him as he tried to pick the ball up. Old two-sport athlete.
Love it.
So Bull has 2 more. He's got a game-high 12. And you can see Coach Rod Griffith going right to him out of the timeout. He was able to convert. Blackwell inside, too easy for the big fella. And he's got another bucket.
Warriors here, they've done a better job of keeping composed. You know, they had a lot of looks in that first half around the rim, and they just kind of fired the ball at the basket as opposed to shooting it. They didn't know where it was going. They were worried about getting the shot blocked. Much better job here in the third quarter.
Another turnover for the Hawks. Lead down to 13 now. 4:44 and ticking. And another thing that really plagued Havre de Grace in that first half was second chance opportunities for the Hawks. Rebounding, offensive rebounding. Jaden Bull lived on the glass there in the first half. Already doing a much better job of limiting that here in the third quarter. Deep shot off the mark that time for Cameron Ball. Rebound taken by the Hawks. Norwood, though, lost it on the floor, but into the hands of Jaden Bull. Jaden Bull with some speed in front of him underneath. Rampart can't get it to go. His layup rolls off the rim, but will stay down this side, last touched by the Warriors.
Man, those were the shots that they were hitting in that first half. That's shocking to see them miss down low that deep into the paint.
To inbound, they'll get it back up top to Bull. It's Bull, Thomas, Norwood, Moore, and Rampart. Inside, taking contact was Brakely. And he'll head to the line. Shot wouldn't fall, but he got 2 free throws on the way for number 23.
Yeah, nice job. Good offense that time by St. George's. Kind of composing themselves, running a little bit of a half-court look there. Unable to convert on this first free throw, but I like the offense right there.
First free throw off the mark for Michael Brakely. Second one is up and in. He's got 5 now. For the Hawks, lead back to 14. Here's Hayes. Scooped with the left hand, just too strong off the glass. Blackwell able to take it back. And then Ball able to save it up right in front of us here, near out of the out-of-bounds line. Inside handoff to Blackwell, hangs in the air, and finishes with that right hand.
It definitely settled in, Nick. They've definitely started to settle in here. That's a charge. Wow, man, the whistles are silent here, letting them play in the third, Nick.
And then able to be finished off once again by Michael Brakely. So Brakely hits a free throw, then has a field goal. He's got 7. Cameron Ball, shot blocked. But Blackwell just hanging out under the rim, couldn't finish. Shot taken out of his hands by Rampart. Now 2-on-1. He's got Bull with him. Steps in and able to just finish it off himself. Defense to offense for Aaron Rampart as he goes coast to coast.
That's more of what we were seeing in that first half. Their ability to get out and run quick. It was a constant 3-on-2, I felt like, in the first half.
It's a track meet for the Hawks in that first half. 40-24 lead, back to 16. Nice find from Hayes, who would have gotten the hockey assist as it went off the hands of Daniels to Blackwell. Shot blocked again as Blackwell looks over to the bench. Has some words for his own team. It's going to stay down this end as the Warriors will inbound with 2:59 to play here in the third.
Getting some subs in here. And I think that's big right now if you're a fan of St. George's. Seeing Tristan Blackwell come off the court. He had himself quite a run right here in this third quarter.
Ball's floater, doesn't fall, rebound tracked down by Aaron Rambert. Yeah, you said it. Blackwell's got 5 points in this third quarter. That's more than he had the entire first half.
Yeah, and a bunch of rebounds, keeping possessions alive.
St. George is going to go to the post, and able to get it to go underneath was Aaron Staggs, his first field goal of the game.
Nice work. A little 6-0 outburst to extend that lead back out, Nick.
Yeah, things got down to 12, I believe,
yes,
and right back up. Here with 2.5 to go in the third, St. George is able to settle in after the timeout, but nice Sampson able to find his first field goal, cutting to the basket.
They've had this kind of, I don't know if that's a flex offense, and it's been working for them, where they're swinging that ball around to that far corner, and this guy in this deep corner. So say that ball was over there on our left-hand side. This guy in the right corner is getting a double screen coming across the middle, and they're finding that pass consistently here in the third. See if they continue that.
And good adjustments made in the locker room for the Warriors. Still 2:09 to go here in the third. Nice pass and feed inside on the inbound, able to be finished off by Aaron Staggs. So Staggs fresh into the ball game, 2 straight buckets for him, and the lead back to 18.
Heck of a job here. What an answer by St. George's. And they very easily, when these Warriors started making a run, kind of got nervous. They didn't. They stayed composed, and now they're back up 18.
Kyle Sullivan's 3 from the corner. Doesn't go, and how about this? No one going to stop the ball, and Malik Moore, his first 2-pointer of the night, has 2 triples. Give him 8.
Heck of a job.
Hayes answers quickly. His first bucket of the second half.
Heck of a job right there. Oh, nice look. A little bit off on the pass, though, Nick.
Caldwell looking for the no-look top 10 play nominee, but St. George is still able to keep possession here with 1:15 to go in the third as Rambert will retreat and reset this offense.
This is smart. This is just smart right here by St. George. You're well in control. No need to get out of control here. Wow.
Got away maybe with an extra step on the baseline, or maybe he's just that good. What a Euro step down there for Makai Caldwell for his first bucket, eluding defenders on his way up to the basket.
Tell you what, man, that's a heck of a way to get yourself in the score sheet, right?
Whew. Sullivan.
Out here looking like Bones with that footwork.
Yeah, that's what it was, and the hang time there, too. He brought the ball down a little
jelly fan.
Little style points there as well. Yeah. As Hayes gets it over to the wing. Here's the trap on Cameron Ball, and I think they're going to get, I believe, Caldwell with a trip.
I'll tell you what, very few fouls. That's only the 4th total foul called here in the third quarter.
That's right, again. You got a late start here at St. George's. The officials were, hey, got a late start, let him play.
Let him play, yeah. And we've almost got ourselves back on track, man. I mean,
yeah, I'll tell you.
8:30-ish. Right now, 8:33.
You never know what you're going to get, right? Sometimes games go by slower, faster. The officials, though, have done a great job here in this one. Cameron Ball, deep 3, no good. Into the hands, though, of his teammate, Nye Sampson. And he is contacted by Robert Stewart. And now free throws coming for the Warriors.
Hey, Stewart got him on the arm there, no doubt about it. Another good second chance opportunity. The Warriors have done a better job here in the third quarter of generating these.
So here's Sampson, first free throw of the evening. First one doesn't fall.
They made a little bit of a dig into this, but I'll tell you what, heck of an answer by St. George's to close this quarter out. And all that work the Warriors did, all those adjustments that they made, all that execution that they did, and they have not trimmed a point off of the lead.
2 free throws, no good. Sampson gets his own rebound. That shot doesn't go either. Too strong off the glass. And now a new offense here for the Warriors. Hayes kicks to the corner, and that's a corner 3 buried by Sampson, who missed both free throws but makes up for it. Adds a 3 from the side pocket.
Nice call. They said his foot was on the line, Nick. Looking
oh,
up at the
excuse me,
scoreboard.
too.
Yeah, man, they got us all fooled.
Hayes pokes this one away. Wow, that's a good point, Pat. In transition goes Kyle Sullivan. Did he get that shot up at the buzzer? Would have counted. He's looking for a foul or a goaltend. Didn't look like it from where we were sitting.
If anything, it may be basket interference because
Yeah.
the backboard was slapped, and that is about as legitimate as a case as I've seen in a while.
That's a good point.
As a basket interference there.
Well, we're going to take a break.
We'll see.
We'll take a break. We'll let you know on the other side of the timeout if that basket stands. 48-30. St. George is out in front on the jersey retirement of Bones Highland. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action here on Delaware Live Sports.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all.
Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garianis here courtside. St. George's and Havre de Grace going at it here. Some Friday night hoops on Delaware Live Sports. Again, coming post Bones Highland jersey retirement ceremony. His number 5 going up in the Raptors. A fantastic ceremony. And now game time here at St. George's as we're heading to the fourth quarter. 48-30. It's been all Hawks here at home in this one, Pat.
It has. And, a little bit of a flurry coming from the visiting team here in that third quarter. Trimming that lead eventually down to 12 points early in that. The St. George's was able to kind of gather their composure and extend that lead back out to 18 heading into the fourth.
Isaiah Harmon back out on the floor for St. George's as, again, we are underway with fourth quarter action. Daniels able to poke that one away and steal it. Hayes in transition, and that one swatted away, coming right at us. Blair Thomas sends that one back.
Heck of a job there. Good timing by Thomas. He swatted that one away. That's a top play nominee right there.
Top play nominee. We got to get a graphic to flash up on the screen every time we have a nominee.
We'll get one.
That's
we'll build one up.
Daniels will inbound underneath the basket here. 30 seconds into the fourth. Blackwell back into the game now for the Warriors. The floater from Hayes is pure.
Got one to fall finally. Hayes has put that up there about 3 or 4 times in this one and hasn't been able to find a touch. He's able to put that one up and in.
Been close a few times, though. That one falls through for the sophomore. Lead to 16 now for St. George's, a minute into the fourth. They're led by Jaden Bull. He's got a game-high 12 points. As Hayes pokes that one away, and there we got a whistle. Out outside the three-point line as Hayes will get called for the reach. And that's going to be his 4th personal foul, so it's just one more for him to work with.
Yeah, he's got to be careful now. He's played good, he's played aggressive, he's played in control, but you don't want to pick up number 5 here. A lot of time left in this game.
Nice ball movement here by St. George's, and they're able to get it inside to Brakely, and he's fouled and earns himself a trip to the line.
Good aggressive take there by Brakely.
He's got 7 points, 1 of 2 from the line tonight.
He felt the rake right there, and he came up into it a la Joel Embiid. Who will be taking on Bones Highland tomorrow night. Nikola Jokic should be a good one in Philly.
That is going to be a good one.
That's why Bones is in town.
That's right.
That's why this worked out so
and
great.
Again, he had to head out. He's got a curfew tonight as they got a game tomorrow.
Mike Malone, he wants to make sure he's ready to go tomorrow.
Word coming in, Embiid has been fined $25,000 for his DX celebration against the Nets.
It's well worth it. It's well worth it, Joel.
Deep 3 off the mark. Rebound to Blackwell, who skies above the rest to haul it in.
In fact, I would contribute to paying his fines every time he gets fined for that.
It's one of my favorites. I love it. As we have a whistle and a foul, Daniels had control of it. Brakely, I believe, will get called for the whistle. And Pat, you see the video he put out after that night of the just absolutely great.
Right
I had a DX
right
shirt growing up. Yeah. I had one, and oh man, that was just so much fun to
that's what it, and that's at the end of the day, you gotta have fun, compete, and then also don't forget to have fun, man.
Harmon.
As Russell Westbrook said, and win or loss, as long as we're having fun out here, man. Just keep having fun.
3 for Rambert is off the front end. Harmon gets the rebound. He'll elevate and finish underneath.
Nice work right there. Nice step through. Nice touch around the rim.
And Pat, Joel Embiid, not a starter in the All-Star game
Yeah.
this year. Missed 12 games. How do you feel about it?
I think it's an absolute travesty.
Okay, so you agree with me. I thought with the way you were leaning to start, I thought
I
you were
know.
like, no big deal, but I'm with you. Wow.
It's an absolute travesty.
Oof. I just,
This
feel
man's second in the MVP voting.
leads
amongst
the league in
voters.
points per game.
Leads the league in points per game. His team has climbed
Yep.
and ascended in the standings to number 3. Okay, you want to give Jokic right now at number 1. His team's got the best record in the NBA. He's putting up big time numbers. I get it.
Good ball movement. Bull able to finish off the window underneath. And once again, the Hawks' intensity on defense, creating that turnover, leading to an easy bucket.
Yeah, great job here. Again, it's just been all night with this group.
So let me ask you this, Pat. Bigger travesty here as Hayes trying to get it to Daniels. It'll be turned over here with 5:41. Sirianni not being a finalist for Coach of the Year, or Embiid not being a starter in the All-Star game. I think both
Oh
are
my
pretty
gosh,
bad.
I think they're pretty even. I think
Yeah,
they're
right?
both- I think they're both
I could not
egregious.
believe that Nick Sirianni was not a finalist, not even a finalist
Well,
for Coach of the
you
Year.
know-
Top 3, I
You
should
know what
say.
they say, Nick, about our fan base?
That is true.
And nobody likes us, and we
Oh,
don't
man.
care.
And you wouldn't think that it would be like that out, publicly. Maybe, if you're in Philly, hey, nobody likes us, but it seems to be that way.
It is. Well, especially with Embiid. So, like, Embiid right now, he would have been a starter, albeit the 3rd top voting getter, if the fans were not involved. The fans are what bumped
Yeah.
him into the 4th spot, and I believe it was Tatum that he was competing against for that 3rd
How
and final
about
starting
Donovan
spot.
Mitchell in the starting lineup? How about a Jaden Bull 3? Or excuse me, that was off the hands of Thomas. Shot, though, no good. Warriors will haul it down. Lead to 20 for St. George's with 5:10 and ticking.
Yeah, it's disrespectful, but at the end of the day, the All-Star game is really a
It's for fun, right?
popularity
Yeah.
contest, and I think Joel Embiid would much rather make an Easter Conference final for the
Oh,
first time
yeah.
in his career than start in the All-Star game.
That floater starting to get going for the sophomore Hayes. Another one. He's got 6 second-half points. Give him 10 for the game. He's into double figures.
And there's a timeout, I think, here by Coach Griffin.
With 4:47 to go, we'll stay right here. Nick Alessandrini and Pat Garianis live for Delaware Live Sports on some Friday night hoops between St. George's and Havre de Grace. The Warriors making the trip from Maryland and taking on the Hawks here at home. And St. George's 11-2 on the season, looking to get to 12-2. Haven't had this much success since Busy Bones was in a Hawks jersey.
It's the truth, man. Yeah, they're
Looking good this
They're
year.
a team that we need. You got to keep an eye on here, man. You got to keep an eye on them.
And again, Busy Bones going to be making his trip to the Wells Fargo Center tomorrow to take on the Sixers. That's going to be a good one and a very, or I should just say, a great crowd here tonight for the ceremony, for the game. And we
Yeah.
got to hear from Mayor Perzicki and the mayor of Wilmington. He said he'll be sitting courtside tomorrow. And he said they asked him, who's the most famous person from Delaware? He said, you got to narrow down to 2. It's either Busy Bones Highland or the president, Joe Biden. And he said, hey, Biden was born in Pennsylvania, so Bones, you are declared the winner.
That's the truth right there, man. Yeah, Bones. He's repping Wilmington.
Absolutely. Had the ice
proud
on
of
today,
it. I
right?
love it. I
rolled
saw
up?
the dog
Yep.
bone.
The bone
Big time.
iced out.
This would have been a question I would have asked him,
Yeah.
and I don't know if he knows this or not. But obviously, I've heard the iterations of the nicknames where Bones came from, where
Yeah.
Busy came from as a kid. I've heard him on other podcasts, other outlets talk about
Yeah.
that. But is he aware of his nickname, particularly when you combine the two of them? Let's see the end of this play. There's a foul. Perfect.
Daniels will shoot 2.
Is he aware of, in the great late 80s, 90s rap group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, is he aware of one of the members being Busy Bone?
That's a good question. I
Is he
tried
aware
so
of it?
hard. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly.
Bone
Like,
Thugs and Harmony. Yeah, I can.
Is
You know
he
what? I
aware
know what
of
I'm
that?
listening to on the way home now from here.
so, I'm curious. He's the real fast spitter too. Man. Like he's
That's
the
a good
guy
question. And we had some we wanted to ask him.
You know?
That is a treat for everybody at home.
That's right, man. But seriously, I want to know if he's aware of that or not, because, like I said, when I heard him, kind of explain it on these other, I think it was on J.J. Redick's podcast or one of the other ones, And he didn't mention that. And like, I get, you know, there's other reasons more importantly, but I was just curious if he knew anything about that or not.
It's a good question, yeah, and I wish we would have had a chance to talk to him, but.
Hey, any NBA media who's watching this, remember that.
It's a good question for y'all out there.
Yeah, or maybe I could try and get a press pass for tomorrow, Nick. Maybe we could go up.
I would love that. Yeah, we got to get there. Corner three, off the mark, long into the hands of Keon Lang, who's been spectacular inside. Three the other way for the Hawks. In and out. Blackwell once again getting up and hauling in that rebound as we hit the 3:30 mark.
Yeah, Blackwell's been good in the second half. I'll give him that. And those minutes that he wasn't out there allowed St. George's to extend this lead back out.
How about those hands from Lang, able to steal it, and Daniels down the other direction with the block. Excuse me, that was Cameron Ball, who was showing off the transition defense. Got a hand on it.
Great job by Ball there. Just skying up and making the play.
Cameron Ball, the junior. The only senior we see on the roster, and it could be wrong, a lot of people aren't labeled, is Tristan Blackwell. So some subs here for the Hawks with 3:12 in ticking. As Makai Caldwell comes back into the game, as well as Dylan Bellior, who has it now on the block. Double team, kicks it out to Rampart. He'll pass up on the three. Good passing. And then unable to hold it, though, was Bellior underneath. And Hawks will turn it over with under 3 to go. How about the crowd sticking around for this? And we got a good crowd here. Checking out the full 4 quarters here from St. George's. The ball able to elevate inside. Shot is short, and then trying to leak ahead of the pack was Caldwell. Trying to get it to him was Norwood, but stolen by Kyle Sullivan. Sorry, Pat, the JV wrestlers are in the house tonight. They got a JV tournament here tomorrow, so they are waiting for the game to conclude, and they got to set up. So it's going to be a late night for the JV Wrestling Hawks tonight.
JV Wrestling Hawks, they gotta get a practice in.
They got to set up, get everything ready to go as Blackwell elevates. Couldn't knock down the jump shot.
It's going to be a long night for those young men.
That's going to be, yeah, they better be ready to go. But they'll be in action tomorrow. So, again, JV tournament here at St. George's if you want to come check it out. In transition, how about the no-look pass? Down low to Bellior, but will not count for anything. But some style points at least for Makai Caldwell, but will not stand as the charge goes against Bellior.
Yeah, right there, Blackwell able to step in and take the charge again. He's been good in the second half. Warriors, they just kind of dug themselves too deep of a hole in that first half.
Hayes will launch a deep three. Ball will hustle down the rebound. He'll let it fly himself long once again. And the Warriors just trying to let things fly here as we tick under 2 minutes and a 17-point lead for St. George's. Norwood drives, gets it inside to Brakely, who was cutting on the baseline, and back to the line. He's been living at the line here in the second half.
It's been great. Heck of an effort. He's been good tonight, as a lot of his teammates have. St. George is pretty evenly distributed, too, scoring-wise.
That's right. Let's go through it now that you mentioned it. Pat, 11 points for number 4, the senior Aaron Rambert. 8 points for Malik Moore. 4 for Blair Thomas. 6 for Aaron Staggs. 10 for Michael Brakely. Or excuse me, after 9 for Brakely now, and 14 for Jaden Bull. You said it. They're getting some even scoring across the board, and Bull really not doing a lot of the scoring here in the second half. Was really doing it in the first as Brakely knocks down 1 of 2 from the line. Oh, 2 for 2, excuse me.
Heck of a job.
So under 2 to go here. As it's looking as if St. George is going to find a win number 12 here at home. How about that finisher? Off the glass for Isaiah Frazier.
Nice work by Frazier. Nice finish. Little battles right now.
Caldwell, another good lay to Bellior, but picked and stolen. Kyle Sullivan got a hand on it underneath, and now he'll drive, take it the other way, kick out, but a whistle and a foul before the pass.
It's the right call. Good drive there. I mean, that's good aggression, and picks up the foul on the drive. I think we got 1-1 upcoming now.
Our first 1-1 of the evening.
Tell you what, man, just looking down at Bones, obviously they got his career totals down here. 1,957 points. That is insanity, man.
You can combine, years of teams and, of starting lineups, and you still might not get there. And What a
telling you,
career he had. What a
played-
scoring machine.
Yeah.
And not only that, he was a fantastic passer
Yes, he
as
is.
well when
Yeah.
he was here at St. George's. Free throw up and in for
That
the
was
Warriors.
insane, man. Listen, I played basketball consistently from the time I was 4 in the Mighty Mites,
YMCA?
the YMCA.
I played for the Mighty Mites,
Yeah.
Pat. Were we on the same team?
Well, that was the league was called the Mighty
Oh,
Mites.
that it was. Okay.
Yeah, we had gray shirts. My team was gray
I think
shirts.
we had blue shirts.
All right. And
Wow,
all the
that's
way
funny.
through my senior year of high school. And I think and then I played in a couple of rec leagues as an adult. I'll even throw in the amount of times I've played out at the park.
Yeah.
And I think if you added every single basket that I have ever scored in my 30 years on this earth, it would not add up to 1,957, in which he did in 4 years of high school play.
Wow, I'm with you there. I'll tell you. And you named it. Every level you were at, I was with you. I played the same stuff.
You know?
I think you're right. As Bellior loses it inside, able to re-corral it as we take under 30 seconds to go here. Caldwell drives. English off the glass. Couldn't finish. I may have got a hand on it. Did Blackwell. Now with 20 seconds, here come Havre de Grace.
Credit to the Warriors playing this game out.
Vincent Legend, 3 no good. Rebound tipped around. Grabbed by Ball. His reverse layup no good. He'll get it back. How about a jumper from the baseline as he knocks that through? And that could be the last shot of the game today. And St. George's on the night at the number 5 of Nashon Busybones Highland jersey gets retired. They get a big win, 56-43. They led wire to wire. Pat led by Jaden Bull. He had 14, but they got contributions up and down the roster. A nice performance here for the Hawks, and the first time that we've been able to see them up close and personal.
Yeah, really great job. Again, using their length, limiting Havre de Grace, particularly in that first half where they really built this lead out to one and done, one shot and done, and or turnovers, and the ability to get out and transition. They're a lengthy team. I think they're going to cause a lot of teams fits. Obviously, we talked about it. They've already got some quality wins here.
Yeah.
They got a win over Howard, who was fully loaded.
Top 3 team.
You know, and they were fully loaded. They had some guys suspended the prior game. They were all pretty much all back for that game. It was a 57-50 victory on the road. They got a victory over William Penn.
Another top 10 team.
Another top 10 team who's really starting to play well. And then lastly, you got a nice victory over, man, I'm blanking. You got to hate when that happens, Nick. Oh, boy. Milford. There you go.
Another tournament team.
Sorry to the
Potential
Buccaneer
tournament team. Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Definitely going to be a tournament team. So they've got some quality wins here, and they come out, and you can see why. It's the defense. It's the length. It's the ability to make things happen and get second chance opportunities for themselves. They just epitomized it here tonight. Yeah,
they looked good. Were fantastic out in transition. Again, up 20 at the half. And, of course, on their way to a 13-point victory, 56-43. We went over the stats. Jaden Bull, he's your leading scorer. He's sitting just to the left of us over there talking with media. He's got 14 points. Again, a game high for the junior, and what a season he's been putting together as well. So, Pat, remember, you got to keep your eyes on this team. As you said earlier, come playoff time.
Absolutely you do. Their defensive ability, again, the length, the ability to apply pressure on ball, that's going to really help them come tournament time, Nick. There's a lot of great guards within the state of Delaware, and if they're able to limit the damage that guards, on opposing teams can do, which they did here tonight and they've done in a few other games prior to this game, they're going to be able to potentially make some havoc. We heard Coach Rod Griffin talk about the 4 years that Bones was in high school. They were state championship, they were Sweet 16, Final Four, Final Four.
Wow.
They got it. They got a team right now that could be just as good, get themselves into the Bob Carpenter Center mix for sure.
Wow, what a performance that would be. What a performance tonight from the Hawks of St. George's with Nashon Busybones Highland in the house. He was loving it over there in the far corner, throwing up the 3 on the 3 balls, and the Hawks certainly played like he was in the building here tonight. So, Pat, a great win for St. George's. I believe we're back in the schedule next week, some stuff to iron out. I know we'll be William Penn and Howard on Tuesday, barring any changes there. We'll get you the schedule. Delaware Live Sports Weekly picks up back on Wednesday. So a lot to look forward to. But, Pat, before we get out of here, NFC Championship is Sunday afternoon.
That it is.
3 o'clock. Niners, Eagles. How you feel?
As an Eagles fan, I'm feeling good because I believe in my team. Having said that, 49ers tough. Let's not overlook it. I'm not as confident as I was last week.
Yeah.
I'm not as confident as I would be if we were playing Dallas. This is going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a 3-point game. I think the Birds get it done, though. I think 24-21.
24-21. There you go. You get a score from Pat Garantis here on the broadcast.
Yep.
Make sure everybody enjoys that game on Sunday. I think it's the best 4 teams. It's going to be a fantastic conference championship weekend. So for Nick Allison, Pat Garantis, Nick Halliday, Busy Bones, that number 5 is retired. It's going up in the rafters here at St. George's. And the Hawks, they get to win themselves by 13, 56-43, and improve to 12-2 on the season. We'll see you next time on Delaware Live Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors,